curse of the ghost child. Master Tim, I don't want to do this episode. I don't want to do this story.
Do you know what would happen to these babies?
Their souls will not rest in peace. Cruelty will be inflicted upon them.
Yes, exactly. If they are lucky, they'll become hungry ghosts or wandering spirits, or us. Every life form is precious. Good luck.
Okay, I will do it. Okay, people, let's go.
Boss. You know, I have a friend, and he actually has a ghost child, and he said that he used to feed it with blood and all this creepy stuff. And guess what? He said after he had this ghost child, he had a lot of money and honey. So awesome!
It's awesome? You think it's awesome? To have money, honey, such shallow needs, and a fetus does not rest in peace? That's awesome? You guys are crazy! I have just arrived at the Kwanti Devotee Association, where Master or Sifu, commonly known, Alan Wan's temple is. We're here today to find out more about this child spirit that many people do, called Guai Zai. Hello, Sifu. 你好. This is Sifu Alan Wan. He is a Taoist master and a Chinese metaphysician. He takes trance of a deity called Guan Gong, who is the deity of war and justice. People come to him for many different reasons, for wealth, for health, and to dispel spirits. Today we're going to find out more about Guai Zais, and we're going to go and have inside and have a chat. So 今日師傅我就想問下你，究竟鬼仔係咩嚟嘅咧？
鬼仔咧係愛嚟咧做唔好嘅事嘅嘢嘅問題，亦都可以呃錢。
So 究竟有幾多種鬼仔嘅咧？
鬼仔咧有60種嘅鬼仔，係嗰個鬼仔係愛嚟做乜嘢嘅？你本人愛嚟做生意㗎，愛嚟賭錢㗎，一係愛嚟做偏㗎，一係愛嚟做乜嘢害人㗎？
一個鬼仔就一個
用詞
啊 ，so 就有60個唔同嘅 ，and 平時都係唔係好事啦。
養得呢個鬼仔嘅方面嚟講，一定係唔係一件好事。
喺台面有好多唔同嘅嘢，有一支好大支嘅嘢，即係好大樽嗰啲係。
呢個大樽呢個咧係一個屍嘅油嚟嘅，屍油嘅。呢個係一個蠟翁嚟嘅。呢個蠟翁入邊咧有一個男一個女嘅。個
蠟翁係用咩嚟做嘅？
呢個蠟翁咧係人死咗嘅時候，呢個蒜慢慢刮你嘅油出嚟嘅，正成為得到好少好少。呢度咧已經用開5個人嘅油㗎啦。咁啊呢樣嘢咧可以用得到成2年嘅時間，2年嘅時間佢嘅財產都爭唔多㗎啦，係嘛？
嗰個男子就俾你玩到殘晒，
玩到殘晒㗎啦。搭到呢個碌闊，即係講年紀上咗嘅，對性嘅方面冇咁強力嘅問題，就可以用到呢個碌闊，叫佢幫助你個人對性嘅方面嚟講比較強力一切嘅情況。
呢個咧
個嘅情況嚟講有2個嘅頭嘅，係個人嘅大骨做出嚟嘅，一個身就2個頭入邊。呢個係一個係泰國嘅鬼嚟嘅。
到呢啲咧，呢啲細隻嘅好似棺材。
呢啲棺材咧就係一件發財嚟嘅。
我可唔可以摸㗎？
最好唔可以摸咯，因為點解咧？你做生意，我做生意，哇！你嘅生意好似大過我喎，係嘛？我好似冇咩甘心喎，冇咩甘心喎，我就係用到呢個棺材，明白冇？一係你對我唔住，我揾人嚟打你，揾人嚟殺你，我要坐監要死；不然我用巫術喺你嘅身上落嘢喺你嘅身上去，你嘅身上落咗嘢，你嘅身你永遠邊個都查唔到。一係你就喺車嗰度嚟揸緊嘅車，跟住好似有一個人撞住車咁樣，就係呢個棺材鬼啦。
冇證據嘅謀殺啦，
冇證據嘅謀殺捉佢唔到噶嘛。
即係養得鬼仔嘅人咧，佢哋啲目標係 唔好嘅，係黑嘅，
係黑嘅，
係暗嘅。
係啦係啦。
所以女子就用碌骨嚟勾引啲男人，and then 男子咧就用啲個兩頭鬼仔嚟勾人。我就而家比較明白鬼仔啦、碌骨啊。
一陣間我再介紹胎靈俾你哋睇嘅方面。
Later when we return, you will get to witness a demonstration by Sifu Alan Wan on how a child spirit is invocated. Welcome back. Well, I am feeling a little bit nervous, even though it is a demonstration. But so I think let's not drag too long and let's just start with this. So 師傅，可唔可以解釋我哋會做啲咩咧？
可以，呢個咧係一個嬰靈。
嬰靈
係個胎嘅嬰靈，唔好聽一句叫做鬼仔，養鬼咧就係咁嘅養法。
我哋可唔可以準備下咧？而家
可以。คลิปลอยไหลพุกทางพุ่นนางส่งทำสองทำพองโคตรกรรมทรงทายไหลจะเบิ่งไหลจะกุยหนึ่งไหลจะ啱嘅頭去掟住佢嘅情況，佢就係講養嘅時候咧，佢就每一個月頭入邊，佢仲要再大咯，一路大到佢犀利咯。胎嘅嬰靈啱啱開始出嚟嘅時候咧，因為佢仲係生嘅，你試下低隻手落去，佢要咬下你嘅手喎。你試下擠你嘅手擠落係咪要咁咯？掂下你嘅手。
即係喺邊？
擠落去個嘴嗰度好冇？
冇嘢㗎嗬，
試下啦都好咯。曲พันนอกก็ซ้ำทั่วท้ายในวิธามภูมิธามนก็ทำซ้ำว่าทั่วท้าย有 feel 到咩冇？
有。
呢嘅飯擠啲俾佢食下。要聽話呢個姐姐嚟㗎啫，佢唔知㗎聽日唔好玩佢啊！姐姐唔識嘢㗎最緊要聽話。OK，我唔得啦，姐姐唔識嘢㗎，拜。OK，得㗎。
Okay. Well, at this point in time, it would be quite difficult for me to really express or describe how it has been in the last touching that fetus. But all I can say is that when I touched it, it was cold. And that only tells you that it's not alive, it's not a living thing. It's a fetus that's been invoked. And to a certain level, by touching how cold it is, I can feel that it is also very unkind. Sifu Alan once said, the goodness we can do right now is to send it away. So we will continue later by witnessing how we send this child spirit away. Hello, I am now downstairs in the office of Datuk Zainal Abidin Bohan, who is the former Associate Professor at University Malaya, Department of Malay Studies. Datuk specializes in Malay animism and mythology. He will be talking to us on what he understands and has researched on what we understand and what we call the Toyol. And it will be compared to what we did with the Kwai Zai. And most importantly, what Datuk Zainal will do for us is to give us an academic perspective to what this is all about. So if you're ready, I'm ready, let's go upstairs. Thank you very much for being here with us and taking your time. Datuk, in the Chinese worldview, there is this thing that they call the guai zai, which is ghost child. Can you tell me whether in the Malay worldview that there is something similar to this?
First and foremost, may I explain to you that this part of the Malay world, especially in the west coast of Malay Peninsula, we don't have the idea of
Guai zai.
Guai Chai. We don't have. But however, prior to that, I have done a small research. I found that the Malay counterpart in Kelantan, bordering the Thailand, they have the idea of ghost child. It's so-called hantu Buddha or anak kerak. So maybe because of the Thai influence or the Siam influence. But as I told you just now, the west coast of the Malay Peninsula, we don't have that idea.
Similarly, like how a guai zai is done, there is this, I've heard of this, what they call Toyol.
Okay.
So it's also involving a fetus, no?
There is, in the Malay worldview, there are two elements of Toyol. See, if you ask any Malays in the Malay Peninsula, even in the Malay world, Indonesia and Brunei, one basic premise of Toyol is that they can be bought from the pillars, the pillars in the mosque in Mecca.
Oh.
Okay? Can be bought. You beli, buy. That's one method. Another method, the fetus. The blood of the fetus, take, puja, and then become the Toyol. Toyol is very harmful, disturb you. If you're able to manipulate and control the Toyol, you can request him or you can instruct him or her, the Toyol, to do evil thing. Basically, to take money from the people who has the money, from the houses, not from the bank. No cases of Toyol taking money from the bank.
Maybe they got Toyol detectors.
maybe.
So does it grow?
No, Toyol will not grow. The Toyol, the size is very small, just like the what you call
The guai zai.
Guai Chai.
So they collect, they get the fetus from unfortunate pregnancy.
Yes, correct. You are correct. Almost similar. Almost similar.
In the Chinese guai zai, the intention to create it, it's never for good purposes. Is this also the same?
Yes, Eva.
Other than stealing, from what I learned is that there are 60 different versions of the guai zai for more or less different applications.
Can you describe to me one?
The saying which really got me quite upset was for love and honey.
We don't have that in the Malay.
So yours,
Toyol functions is only to get the money. The owner of the Toyol will instruct the Toyol. He will show to the Toyol, this is 50 ringgit. So you get this money. In one of the narrative narrate to me. So if the Toyol entered to the particular house, a rich man's house or a poor man's house, and found stack of money in the cupboard,
it will disappear.
no. Since the instruction said take 50 ringgit, he will take only 50 ringgit.
Oh, it won't like, there's a whole stack.
No.
It's it is
Instruction.
very obedient.
Yes. And every spirit that when a person manipulate a spirit and control spirit, based on instruction, the spirit will do based on the instruction.
But the instruction can change.
If he found that,
Let's
if
say
the
for
Toyol
example-
found that the master did not fulfill the contract or the promise, the sumpah.
So there is a sumpah.
Yes, of
The
course.
Toyol and the master.
You want to own the Toyol, you need to do something. You got to feed the Toyol.
What do you feed the Toyol?
Blood.
Whose blood?
The owner's blood. So the toes will be cut, then the Toyol will suck the blood and dissatisfied. So that is the basic thing. You have to feed the Toyol. So if you cannot feed the Toyol, then the promise will be broken.
And then what will the Toyol do?
The destruction of the master. So you have to feed the Toyol. So if you cannot feed the Toyol, then the promise will be broken.
And then what will the Toyol do?
The destruction of the master.
So the control reverses to the
Yes.
Toyol over the master. Okay, so that leads me to my last question. When I was learning about the guai zai, we had released it, we freed it, and that was to me comforting. How do you do that with the Toyol?
The Toyol must return back, must go back to his or her, the Toyol world.
Oh, there's a Toyol world.
Oh. Somebody has to take over.
transfer.
Yes. Transfer ownership. Just like buying car. You go to JPJ, transfer ownership.
I'm sure JPJ
Yeah, to your
doesn't like
friend.
that, wouldn't like that comparison. But
I mean, to give the real example of what transferring means.
so therefore, the relationship between the Toyol and the owner can be terminated with the owner's deep knowledge of such control and physique strength, and just to tell him through prayers to return
Yes, you can go
Just
back.
like
I don't need you.
and just return.
Yes, but he must have that strength.
Right.
Because from the beginning he want to be a bomo. Okay? He want to be a witch. His
He must have his witchcraft.
Yes, his training must be very, very strong. The foundation must be very strong. If not, he will be controlled by the spirit. One, he controlled by the spirit, sorry to say, not only you, maybe your generation, your children.
It's quite scary.
Yeah. Well, that's what evil is.
And still people do it.
Because people want to have control.
Greed and control. Yeah.
Need power.
That is the basic, shall I say, basic dark motivation behind the Guai Zai even and the Toyol sound.
Not only that, the dark side of the human being.
Correct. We are here again with Sifu Alan Wan, and we are by a river somewhere in Kuala Lumpur. Sifu said earlier, one of the best and kindest things we can do to the ghost child is to release it back. And today we are choosing the river as a path for it to go free.
而家陣咧，我嘅徒弟咧喺呢度咧，佢就安排緊嘅法事，就俾佢行翻去嘅佛道嗰度去啦。真係無謂喺嘅世上嘅方面啊，害到人家啊，拎嚟讓佢啊，變咗喺呢個河邊呢度咧就放咗。
所以佢就會跟住個河咁樣行。
係啦，個水向邊度落就邊度行翻去。OK， 到我做呢場法事，我攞起佢噶啦嚇。誠心拜座，誠心請一請三拜請，天無忌，日無忌，百無禁忌。聽到雞頭雞尾雞方大哥大姐音姐音歌，鎖嚟收鎖嚟攞啦，敬奉英靈地啦，聽聽話話聽聽教教啊，英靈請起方向啊，東南西北請咗你嚟，東南西北所行，天日光明一切本得平衡啊！
我想問下你，如果係而家行緊啦，如果真係有人而家執到佢，係應該做唔到嘢咗㗎啦。
係做唔到嘢咗嘅，完全咗，已經係離開咗呢個。
Well, now that I know that the child ghost has gone to rest and has gone to a place where it came from, it is a relief. I must admit that earlier in producing this episode, it was very disturbing. But it is good to know that there is a way for them to find some peace. And on this note, I will ask you to think, is it worth it to get what you want this way? From this episode, I have personally learned firsthand what people do because of the power of greed and the need for control over matters like love and money, that they resort to such unnatural, cruel ways, like what you have seen in this episode. It makes me think, and I wonder if it makes you think. The next time you fall crazily in love, could it be a ghost child at work? What we see may not be real, and what is real we may not see.